The Scene projects are brought to you by these fine sponsors: Cliff Avenue Upholstery and Restoration, Chevy Girl Advertising and Booking, Sunny Radio, and SiouxFallsPodcast.com. Welcome into a very exciting episode of The Scene. I am your host, Bubba Startz, and with me today is my good friend, Alyssa Keiser. Alyssa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, you have been featured on the show several times in different capacities, but I do believe this is the first time that we've done a formal interview.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Which feels so strange.
Yeah.
For those of our listeners that haven't gotten to know you yet, why don't you give us a little bit of who is Alyssa Keiser?
All right. Well, I come from a really small town, Alcester, South Dakota, and graduated from Alcester, ended up at Mount Marty playing volleyball and participating in the theater program. And I'm currently a senior nursing major, going to be a NICU nurse at a Bear McKinnon starting in June. Yeah, it's a bit about me.
Yeah. So in between classes and nursing clinicals, you have found a way to carve out a little bit of a musical career.
Yeah. So I've been writing music for quite some time now, and I just started doing live music about a year ago, and it's been really just kind of taking me everywhere. Taking a bit of a break right now while I'm busy with school, but every weekend out there doing live music at bars, venues.
Since 2009, Cliff Avenue Upholstery and Restoration has been a one-stop shop for everything auto and upholstery restoration in South Dakota. Their experienced staff are ready for any project and treat your prized ride like it were their own. Their dedication comes from their passion for restoring vehicles and providing the highest quality results time and time again. So if you got a classic sitting in the shop that you don't have the time for, but want to see it shine again, or you're an experienced gearhead and need custom work done on your latest project, from seats to paint, call Cliff Avenue Upholstery and Restoration, 605-335-6066, or visit cliffave.com. That's CLIFFAVE.com. Chevy Girl Advertising and Booking is the first point of contact for any artist looking to play in Sioux Falls. Their experienced staff can also help your small business find its way in the era of digital marketing, helping you achieve your social media goals. Chevy Girl Advertising and Booking is here to serve our community at the scene. Get a hold of Tasha and the crew at chevygirl-ab.com. That's chevygirl-ab.com. Tasha is the host of the Songwriter Showcase at the Den at 909 North West Avenue in Sioux Falls every Thursday. So join Tasha and the crew every Thursday at the Den in Sioux Falls for the Songwriter Showcase presented by The Scene Projects. Yeah, and that's where we got to know you. Mount Marty University is in the Yankton area. Obviously, we live close by. We were playing a lot of the same venues, and it didn't take long to hear this young powerhouse was kind of taking over. And you sure have made an imprint on the scene. On us specifically. I'm a very big fan, unabashedly, I would say. Any fans of the show know that your name comes up a lot when I'm talking about, the future of music and doing that. And you're such an inspiration. I mean, going to nursing school is so hard. And then you're including, the theater on top of that, which we're going to talk about. You got a big production coming up here soon.
Yes.
You're such an inspiration to our young women that are coming up. You know, I have a daughter who just turned 8 years old, right? You know, she's going to grow up looking up to you. And it's so nice to just kind of do whatever we can to, you know, amplify your signal, which you don't need any help. You shine.
No, I don't know about that.
So let's talk about the play. You're part of the theater program. You guys got a new production called The Spitfire Girl coming up. You want to talk about your role?
Absolutely. So The Spitfire Girl is kind of more of an unknown musical. I didn't know what it was when they introduced it to us, but then I listened to the soundtrack, and it's just a really folksy, home feeling musical. It surrounds a young woman, Percy, who just got out of jail, and she's trying to start a new life, and she ends up in this tiny, small town named Gilead. So I think that's relatable to a lot of people around here who live in a small town. They understand that when a new person comes in, you know, they're judged by everyone, and it's hard to fit in right away. But they make a big impact no matter what. And it's just a great musical involving forgiveness, healing, and all these beautiful themes. I think it sends a great message, and I'm excited for everyone to see it this weekend.
So, yeah, it's running this weekend. What are the dates and times of that?
So it opens on Friday. So Friday and Saturday, it opens at 7:30 p.m. And then we have a Sunday matinee, and that's at 2:30 p.m.
Awesome. And that is, what is the dates on that? Is November?
I believe it's 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. So awesome. We got that. We can definitely clip that out and make sure that, you know, the interview gets out before that time. Alyssa, I know that you're kind of slowing down and pulling away from the music a little bit. Obviously, nursing school, clinicals, a play, you know, it's hard to find the time to do absolutely everything, but you're still playing shows. What is, you know, what's on the docket for next summer? Is it going harder on the music and playing bigger shows? Or are you, you know, talking about putting a band together possibly and doing, you know, more things? Or are you just kind of going with the flow right now and taking everything as it comes?
You know what? I've thought about this a lot. It's kind of hard to tell right now. I would love to stick with the live music. I'm not sure how much of it I'd be able to do. Since I did accept a job in Sioux Falls, it's going to be hard to have those open weekends to be able to do whatever I want with my music. But the goal really is to try and form a group and try and really upgrade the sound that I bring. But right now, I don't have much plan, just kind of seeing where this whole nursing thing takes me.
Well, and you made a commitment, right? You made a commitment to yourself to get through school and to do all those things. And then the music thing kind of comes out of nowhere. That's no reason to, like, just because things are going well and you may see a career path that is different from what you thought you might, right? Like, you don't abandon the commitments that you made to necessarily chase that. Like, see it through. But I think you are, you know, after you graduate, there's going to be a time where you maybe do have to make a choice, one or the other, because of the commitment that both of the professions demand. And speaking from someone who had a career welding and working in a manufacturing setting, and then was trying to do music, like just being limited to that weekend and just that, you know, I only have 15 hours a week maybe to give to this. And that's not, you know, counting time I need to spend with my kids or just like maybe relaxing a little bit, right? Nursing, and especially being a new nurse, right? You're going to be working probably 70 hours a week.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I will have those. It'll be 3 12s a week, you know, and then plus I'll pick up more because crippling school debt needs to be paid off. But I think it's still doable. I think it's something, if I really want it, I'll be able to work it out. I don't think I can drop one or the other. I don't think I'll be able to make that decision, honestly. Even though I know it probably will happen eventually, you know, but I don't know. It's just so tough to say right now.
Well, and what really I feel like sets you apart, and the fact that you can get out and play live is a real testament to you. A lot of young players can't do that. What I think is so great is that your production, mostly from home, I know we've talked about it a little bit, in your Songwriter Showcase, but you self-produce all your stuff. And I got to tell you, the production quality is top notch. You could have told me that you did it in Nashville and I would believe you as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't do it all alone. I get a lot of help from my engineer, Michael Tucker in Sioux Falls. That's where I record everything. And then, I mean, I write everything at home, but I bring it there to get the vocals worked out with him. So I can't take all the credit for that. He helps a lot.
You're still doing all the singing, girl. And you said and you played all the parts and kind of produced. I mean, Seatbelt is a big part to me. Like, did you create backing tracks to these things? Is that all you as well?
It's not all me. For a lot of them, I also work with some of these big time producers that are they're in different countries sometimes. Like there's one from all the way in Asia, and it's like, you just get to collab with people that you can't be with in person and tell them what you want and kind of give them a demo of your idea. And some of them I just find on the internet and I talk with them and they sell me some ideas, and that's kind of where we go from there. But some of them I do write all of the background instrumentals and whatnot.
So specifically on Seatbelt, what was kind of the process on that one?
So that one was not my original instrumental. All the lyrics are original, but I was working with, I can't remember the producer's name now, but Emma from that Songwriter Round. Right.
Yep.
Emma, I can't remember her last name, sorry. But I was talking with her, and she apparently has been interested with the same producer, and you tell them what you want and they work it into your vision. You know what I mean? So that was written by somebody else and I just happened to write the lyrics with it.
That's amazing. That was Emma Bertram for all of
for
all of our fans out there. And so you kind of send out this vision to a producer and they send you back, I mean, pretty much what you hear on the single?
Yes. And
with no vocals, obviously.
Right. And then I also work with Michael Tucker, who will chop it up even more if I want, which he did more of the work on Seatbelt than anything. Right.
So is Michael working with the producer as well to achieve, a sound or something that they're going for?
No, he has his own solo career, but when it comes to working with me in my songs, he doesn't work with anybody to get the sound that we're looking for. That's all him.
Awesome. So you're able to kind of bring this, hey, these are the lyrics, this is the song, I want it to sound great, let's hit the vocal booth.
Yeah, and we're both so similar, and he knows what I like because we worked together for almost over 3 years now. So he knows what I like. He knows the sound I want. He understands my language when I'm talking about random thoughts in my head that pop up, like random ideas. He gets it. So we're just a great team when it comes to that.
So kind of safe to say that Seatbelt is really, I mean, where it looks like one song, it was probably the culmination of several songs leading up to that and having these experiences to get what I think is a hit. I think you have it's a great sound. It's a great lyric value. You got awesome hooks to it. Like, it's a great song. You just need to put that out into the world, right? And then that's the business of music, right? When you have that, now you can do something with it. But how interesting to a small town South Dakota girl working with a producer in Asia, you said somewhere, and then a producer and an engineer, like you said, who you're able to collaborate with and to make this amazing song. All of that's pretty amazing, right? Like
Yeah, it's
just in and of
great.
itself, just the way technology has come and everything. Like I try to just be in awe of our world and how far we've come, and the way that we're all able to get that song out that is inside of us. There's really no excuse. And I know with AI now, I'm not a huge proponent of it, but it's gonna be pervasive in our society within the next 3 to 5 years, right? I would say to some extent it already is. It's going to be on everybody's phones soon. And I mean, with predictive text and things like that, it already is, right? Do you foresee yourself just, instead of collaborating with other humans, maybe just going to the AI and letting them, feeding your ideas to AI and then letting it kind of spit out the track for you to sing over?
I haven't really wanted to do that. I think that takes a lot of the magic away from the passion. I think it would ruin something for me. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, and I think it's great that people could do that. But for me, I think that's not something that I would be interested in.
I agree. I wholeheartedly. I think that the magic of music is the human experience, right?
Right.
And not to say that we're probably, I know for a fact that we're hearing AI generated music and pop music now, right? Like there's
right.
no doubt they've been using this stuff for years. If it's out to the market for anyone to use, right? So yeah, I totally feel the same way. It's the magic, it's the experience, it's you taking whatever experience it was that created that, the environment to ring that bell, is kind of how you're the capturing the vibration of the moment, right? And then being able to harness that into a song is a very special skill, and I think it's one that you have in spades. And I can't wait to see where you go. You're so young, and you're so young in your career to just like think of that, and you're working with great people around you, and that's why it's so important for us at the scene. You're kind of an inspiration for this, because I see someone like you that it's like, God, somebody should be talking about this young lady all the time, this young, powerful woman of music, I think was how our friend Mama Sam described you, to amplify that signal and just to write about you. So anytime you got a song coming out, or you got a big show, or you have a play that you are starring in, we definitely want to have you on the show to talk about it. We're always going to be here to promote you and to tell everyone else about, not just you, but all these other amazing individuals that are, even though we live in a small town, we're not letting that limit us in music or in any other way of life.
Right. I appreciate that a lot. That's really nice of you to say.
I love that you don't know how to take a compliment yet either.
Yeah, no, I'm trying real hard.
It's okay. Get used to them. I know that, we just had our friends Roseland on yesterday. They just won a Josie for the best duo video. And a lot of our friends are out there doing big things in the bigger communities and making a lot of new connections. And we definitely plan to plug you right into all of that just as soon as we can. And to hopefully ride your coattails to whatever star you may be traveling to, Alyssa. We're here for the ride. I love that we've gotten to be friends, and that I get to enjoy your music, and to be a small part of your career is really a joy. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, I am going to make it a point to get over and see the show, right? It's November 8th, 9th,
yes.
and 10th. You have some times. We have a matinee on Sunday. Let me check my schedule. I know I don't have anything on there, but let me see what day works best, and we're going to come over and see the show. I don't make it to a lot of plays. It's something that we don't get here a lot in the Yankton area. So will it be at the school, or is it at the theater? Okay, so
it'll be at Marion Auditorium here at Mount Marty, and I made it a point to talk with my director. He said that if you have family and friends that can't make it these days because of prior commitments, they're more than welcome to sit in on the dress rehearsals. I mean, we just want people to be able to see and enjoy the show.
Well, I think it's important for us to come and cover that, right? We're all about the arts at the scene. So it would be a great joy to come and to meet your director and some more people in the art scene here in Yankton and to keep growing. These places are close to home, and that's what this podcast or whatever we're doing is. We're doing a lot more like print media, online magazines. We just did a Q&A with you and some other friends. Just putting it all out there. What if content is king and that's what's driving all of our lives, like, I will gladly sit here and give you posts to post, right? Like if somebody else talking about you is going to help your career, the least I can do is take a few minutes out of my day and to do that for all of my friends. And then as we continue to grow, 2-3 years from now, hopefully this thing is a lot bigger, and then it matters, right? When we put your name in, it's kind of having our own Joe Rogan effect. It's the scene effect, right? If you're on the podcast or you're on that, like, it's a visible bump in your visibility. That's what we want to be. And I think as long as we keep coming in with that intention that it's going to continue to grow, and we get to watch young people like yourself and old people like me succeed out here in the music business. So thanks for being on the show, Alyssa. It's such a joy.
Hell yeah, thanks for having me.
I can't wait to see you this weekend.
You bet.
Thanks for listening. Remember to follow The Scene Projects on all your social media channels and get even more content at thesceneprojects.com. Breeze and sunshine feels like you loving me.